Pretty little face. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I'll have to write him every day. I'm not sure what's on either today.
That'll be fun.
What is it?
Oh, Paula's on.
Oh dear, that's Blackbird 5000.
Who's doing the typing then?
David, oh, Janine Woodgate.
Mm.
First time ever. Well, good morning.
Oh, we're
Say
on.
good morning. Can't get the staff. We're having internet problems this morning, so we'll just keep going.
Oh,
We
right.
see our what's known as the bit rate is dropping, but anyway, we'll do the best we can. It's a bit dark, isn't it? But I've got the light on it, haven't I, really? Just,
Is it on?
oh, perhaps it's this chair in the way. Yeah. Anyway, so how have you been this week? Doing something? Knitting? Sewing?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
I don't know. We've just got up and come before the screen. No, it's been busy. It's been busy. I can't actually remember what we've done.
You did a knitting day, was it? Knitting
Not
week.
out here. We've been doing a lot of travelling. We've been doing preaching. We've been doing teaching, and we've been living basically.
Oh,
Every day.
Yesterday we had a little thrill, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really exciting. The day had gone really well, and we thought, oh, good, go back to base today. And then suddenly the car died on us. Now, this happens not often, but often.
On a main motorway.
Yeah,
on a main junction.
It was the worst place in the world to break down.
So what did we do?
Well, I prayed.
Yeah,
You
after
phoned
that.
Paul.
Yeah, I phoned Paul, yeah.
You phoned Paul. You phoned and Quasi. We got out of the car with
Yeah.
millions of angels.
Across this massive motorway, Darby and Joan, dawdling across.
I use the expression bats out of hell. There's traffic lights there. And everything on wheels, when the lights go green, scream down this motorway. We were 20 yards up it and broken down. And you just thought...
And
dunno.
along came Death Wish 2.
Yes, another taxi,
Yeah.
which dear Quasi managed to get for
And
us.
now I discovered how taxis work.
How do they work?
He shuts his eyes
Yeah,
and just drives wherever he feels like.
it was incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, but when I got home, I thought we got through it. Not only we got
This
home.
is his style. He's got his hand on the wheel. He's going, oh, crazy. How's things going? Oh, how is things? Oh, out of the way. Did you get that thing over there? Hey, guys, look at the road.
I was just thinking about that because you said you were going to talk about it. Literally, you couldn't get a sheet of paper between the cars. We are so close.
And he's looking over his shoulder, talking to Kay all the time.
And everybody's moving. I wish you could see it.
Actually,
It's
I'm going to become a
amazing.
taxi driver. It would suit my temperament.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Actually, you did honk the car quite a lot.
It'd
Quasi
suit me
doesn't
great.
do
I'd love
that.
it, because
Yeah.
I would just look out the window and just hit everybody.
But you were shouting anyway. from the
Shouting,
window.
me, never.
And but we got back.
That's
but
a
it was-
calumny. Anyway, here's the thing, right? I'm going to tell you something now, right? I got a fan letter this week.
A fan letter from who?
Do you get fan letters?
No.
No. Come across a bit. You're moving off the screen.
Oh, well, I'm not the star.
Do you get fan letters?
No.
I got a fan letter.
Well, who from?
Shall I read it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Dear Jim, you're doing really well, but the woman's better. Give her the front seat.
That is true. That is true.
And I tell you what.
What?
Okay, I recognise the handwriting.
Who was it?
You.
That is true. That is
Anyway,
true.
enough of this rambling. We should get on. Do you
Yeah.
want to go and change your dress or something?
Why?
We've had it on 10 minutes. No, you're
Lucky I found one.
Yeah, the 103. I tell you what, we've got 103. We're talking about going to the seamstress now. So, because they're out of date, aren't they?
Bit quiet.
Let's move quickly on before we get into trouble. Birthday week this week. We've had a birthday in the base. We've had 2 birthdays this
Oh,
week.
yes.
We've had 2 birthdays, and here's the birthday video coming up now.
Okay, we are going to sing
And the
for
goodness,
Apostle and
They share the
Nadu,
same
okay? Because it is their birthday, okay? So let's go ready.
Only one.
Happy Okay, we are going to sing for Apostle and Nadu, okay? Because it is their birthday, okay? So let's go ready.
Only one.
Happy
That's really nice, isn't it? That, and here's the cake cutting. It's the actual cake cutting, and that's Nadum, the little one, isn't it? And Asidar.
She was 4.
Yeah, and Asidar is there as well.
Yeah.
And they're cutting the cake to enjoy. And what you don't see at a background is hundreds of children waiting. And who's this?
We were there also. We were there also.
Yeah, we were there. We were there. There we are. There's us, Granny and Grandad. And we enjoyed, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was
Yeah.
lovely.
And just at a range here is hundreds of children just waiting to eat the cake. And this is another thing, isn't it, about birthdays? Tell us about this. What's happening here?
Well, this is not actually booze, is it?
No.
It's very fizzy drink, and Paul's got it down to a fine art now. He's opened many bottles. We give it a good shake, and the children are waiting for the pop as the cork comes out. And then you could hear the cheer in England. The children just loved it.
Yeah.
So it was a real celebration. And the children, we celebrate their birthdays, don't they? It's lovely.
Yeah,
It's lovely.
we love to do it, don't we?
Yeah.
And
Also the class had a special meal. The
Yeah.
teachers and the class were given a special blessing of a special meal that day.
and we make a very big thing of it, you know.
Yeah.
And the parents will send the cake in, won't they?
Yeah, they
And
do.
then we share it around the class. But in Paul, they all had food as well. It's what we do here. We make a big thing of birthday. And there was another birthday last week. The girl was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And she cut the cake and she was about to put her hand in, and Naomi was there, the head teacher. Wait, you must have a serviette. And her face was... So Naomi put the cake in a serviette and the kid went like that. We love it. Now, sometimes we have exploding cakes, don't we? Sometimes at birthdays.
We do.
Did you have an exploding cake once?
I did once. I
Yeah.
did. This was a celebration a time ago of my 70th birthday. I'm working towards the 80th, and these candles, you light them and they just exploded. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, and you seem to have exploded as well.
Oh,
don't
be
you?
quiet.
Yes.
I think I've got my Kenty dress on there.
Yeah. It's nice. The exploding cake is always good fun.
But we learned that a very important lesson there. Put the cake away, because I didn't put the cake away and the ants found it
That's
first.
right. We ate as well. Lovely. And cake. It's great. You don't hear anything. You don't worry about the ants. You're slipping out the picture again. Is it because
Well, 'cause you keep pushing
is it
me
my
out.
greatness? Is
Yeah,
you're
it's
trying to
pushing me
keep
out.
away from my greatness?
Yeah. What's the next picture?
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't got there yet.
Oh,
In some
come
sort of
on.
hurry, are you?
What
You know,
for
we've
breakfast?
got to keep our fan happy,
That's-
and tell them about the work here and what we're doing.
That's right.
And
Well, I had the children's this weekend. Do you
oh
want
yes,
that
yes,
now?
yes, yes. You did. Do I want what now?
What? The discipleship.
You trying to fit it in or something?
Well,
You know,
yeah,
I'm
well,
in charge here, you know. I'll tell you what we're going.
Well, it went very well.
Dear Jim,
Come on.
I've
come
got another
on.
letter now. Dear Jim, you're doing well, but get rid of her. She's dragging you down.
Come on. And then,
Right. Okay.
what's coming up now?
What's coming up next is this.
Oh, on Sunday, I was invited to go to Freedom Church.
I
in
was
Ledbury.
invited. Notice I was invited.
but
Oh,
usually-
la di da. Oh, la di da di da.
I don't usually get there, but I haven't been for a while, so it was really, really nice to go back and see
Yeah.
how they have progressed and how lovely
So,
Freedom is.
Let's have a look at it then.
Here we
There's
are.
no soundtrack, so you can talk
Oh,
over this.
right. We just climbed up the stairs and we're coming into Freedom Church now. And it wasn't like this when we first came. I was reminding Paul how when we first came, what it was like. There's George. We are doing greeting for the people. This was Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There is George Chaplin here, but he also comes from Freedom. And it's just lovely to see. I was talking on Sunday about the growth the Lord wants us to grow. And Freedom has certainly grown, not only in building, but in people and in their lives. So it was lovely.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying hello and finding my seat.
And the thing is, that is such an African church with lots of colour. And we like what's they call swags or things,
Yeah.
don't we? Lots of colour. But it's a very nice church. Paul has got nice chairs and nice carpet and stuff.
Yeah, it was
hasn't he?
really good. It
Yeah.
was really good.
We try to do our best in the churches, Haggai, you know, make the Lord's house beautiful.
And many of you who've been out with us remember Centre of Faith, that was where it first began.
Yes.
But
yeah.
over the years it's changed and Paul has taken it on. And it's just a different place now, isn't it?
Now, one thing
It's
about
the oldest
Freedom
one.
is this, that, it's the oldest church, and we've been coming 30 years, it's been there, but it was originally Centre of Faith. And the thing about Freedom is that they're very generous givers.
Yeah, always.
That's one of the things about that church, is it's a very generous giver. It's not rich anyway. They have a heart for giving. And again and again and again, we find they have got this and they've got that and they've got the other, and they've got lovely instruments and lovely chairs, and they're very generous to people, aren't they?
That's right. They're also generous to their sister churches, because I discovered they'd also donated to the tiles in Beloved Church.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really special.
Yeah, it's a very special church. It's over a garage. We have to rent it because we can't afford land out there at the moment. It's too expensive. and sometimes you get paint spray coming up,
Yeah, it stinks.
stuff and exhaust. But it's a strong church with lots of good leadership in it.
Yeah.
And we have added George to our chaplain, but there are other people who have stepped up into the leadership there, younger men.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
it's a really wonderful little church there, and that's 30 years of work, first by Bishop, then by Paul and us.
That's right.
And the church
but
is
it's
growing.
It's growing.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Paul, you took these people, you took these Josephine and Frank and Stephen, and now look at them.
Yeah.
They're leading the church, and not only leading the church, they are sending their leadership out to help in the other churches.
Yeah,
It's really such a joy, and I know Paul loves it dearly.
yeah. And it's a good lesson there, isn't it, that it takes time here
Yeah.
to build anything.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years is, you can make some sort of stab at things after 10 years, see where you are. And Beloved is, 3 or 4 years old, and Blessed, so we're sort of 6 years in,
That's
and
right.
starting to see some rooting taking place.
That's right. And we've seen, one of the things is, when you begin, sometimes it all falls away. But you have to just keep persisting, and then the new growth comes again. And we've seen that several
Yes.
times, haven't we?
And in Africa, you have to expect things to take a lot of time, to be
Yeah.
slow. Nothing happens quickly here, and that is life. So now we got 2 or 3 days with nothing happening, but then suddenly, like that, something can happen. So you have to learn to adapt to that style,
That's
don't you?
right.
And not bring the Western urgency in.
That's right. We're settling into that, aren't we?
Well, I have settled it a long time ago. You just have to accept it's slow, it takes time. And if you're what are you laughing at now?
Well,
My hand, my
no,
beautiful
no,
hand.
I'm
Look at
just-
that hand. Look at that. I've got 2 of those. Woo.
I'm just listening to this saying we have to adapt. You wait till 11 o'clock this morning, he won't be saying that. I'm doing nothing, he'll say, and he'll be pacing up. This is a
You know,
complete
I
lie.
think there's somebody else that she knows.
This is a complete
You
lie.
all know.
what you're
Everybody
saying.
knows that I'm calm, placid, quiet, and diligently working at my work.
Yeah,
you all know
you
that
like that
about
all
me.
day, I
And
tell
stop
you.
lying to them about me. You know, where's my coffee?
Why isn't anything happening? Paul, why isn't anything happening?
Oh, well, you've got to give it a bit of shove now and again.
And
But,
we take as much notice as ever.
yeah, but freedom is a good example. 30 years.
Well,
and
there you go.
we have a good, strong little church there. It's got a long way to go yet.
Yeah, and I many of them I've known since I first came to Ghana.
Yeah, we do. We know them
so
very
it's
well.
lovely.
Yeah, we've known George for ages and ages. Now this week we went to Dodoa, where
Yeah.
our friends are building
I
a.
hope you didn't put that picture on. We did, across the hills.
Which
I love
picture
this.
is that?
Well, it was
the one of
rubbish.
you bribing the police guard. Is that the one? I haven't
No.
put that on. No.
No. I love that journey. We go over the
What are we
hills.
talking about now?
Well, you said you're going. We went to
We
see
haven't got
Brian.
there yet. We're
Well,
going
hurry
to on a
up.
minute. Give us a chance. God, wait a minute. You know, I don't know. You know, they want a little build up, not just here it is, bump. You know.
It's 8 o'clock. They want the toast.
No, they don't. They come on to be dazzled.
Yeah.
The Dodoa's, our hills out here. Dodoa is the other side of those. We have to go a long way around to get there because of the big river. So we go around, and our friends are there, and they're building a house called Barnabas House, where they want to develop gifts of the Spirit and how the Spirit moves, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we've known them for some time, and what we got here is, I think, with a bit of luck, this is our journey, just to show you the beauty of Africa.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I love this journey, not only because of the views are spectacular, but also there is a decent road without holes in
Look
it.
at the space we have.
And the sky.
Yeah.
It's
I
lovely.
chose this because that does give you an idea of real Africa. We live in Accra, which is houses every 10 inches, but this is real Africa.
It's
Open, trees, green, beautiful skies, and just down in front of us there, pineapples grow. things we passed on the way that might interest you. This is a termite hill. That
Right.
brown stuff is the termite hill. You'll see those everywhere. The termites build these massive cathedrals, don't they? With they're like fluted, so the air can get around. So these are like 10 or 15 little pillars, and the air can move around them to keep them cool. And you'll see them everywhere. Termites, they don't. Well, termites don't see much of them here, do we? But they're just one of Africa's,
Joys.
experiences.
Yeah.
You don't want them in your house or in your base, but they're out there in the countryside. They're beautiful. They're stunningly beautiful, and it's another thing we see a lot of.
That's
Isn't it?
I'm just putting my glasses on.
This is what you'll see along the roadside in the small villages everywhere you go. You'll see they're selling pots and pans
that's right. Everything. The shops are outside. I love it. I love watching all the things they're selling by the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Everything.
Yeah.
You can buy, I don't know, everything by the side of the road. You don't actually go into a shop. You can. I know there are some Western shops, but usually you stand outside and I want this, I want that, and you point to it. I think this was one of the. This is electricals.
No,
I
I think
don't know.
this is saucepans and fans and any old thing you can flog,
Yeah,
really.
anything they found, they will flog.
But as you go through villages, once you get out of Accra, you go through villages and the roads are lined with this pots and pans, fruits especially, but furniture, coffins. You fancy a quick coffin? There's,
that's
buy one
right.
there. Motorbikes, car parts, medical instruments. You imagine it. It'll be by the road somewhere.
That's right.
And you stop and you ask how much, and they say, well, let's do it in sterling. They say £60. You laugh. You're joking. You offer 20. They laugh. You're joking, and away you go. And eventually you finish up roughly where you both expect to be. So this is the Ghana way. Take the price, divide it by 3, offer the bottom price, bottom third, and then you work your way up. And it can be quite ferocious, the negotiation, can't it?
That's right.
But that's how we are. We'll expect it. We bought plantain, I think last year, and she wanted 60. I said, I just want the plantain, not buy the plantation. Hey, how much are you going to pay? I said, I don't know, 18, 20. She said, how am I going to live on that? We finished up at 35, which is where she expected to be, where I expect to be. We like a negotiation, don't we? We like a good old chat.
And the women are selling food by the side of the road.
Yeah, lots of food, yeah.
There was one lady, she had a huge metal bowl, and she was ladling us out, and it looked like sand and water. But then you said it was either porridge or it was a honey drink that they sell.
You get a little plastic bag, they put the porridge in it, and away you go. Kenki, which is kind of like beaten up yam or something with some sort of herb wrapped in a kind of like vine leaf or food, which is really wallpaper paste, used to put in buildings up, very popular. And then of course everyone eats as a curry. A curry goes with it, or a kind of
a hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce. We're talking hot here. I mean, we're not talking medium hot, or we're talking surface of the sun hot. And we have this. I once made the mistake of just putting a little bit on a yam chip. I haven't recovered yet, but that's it.
And Anita does that in the shop. She sells a fried sweet potato in the morning, and she has a tiny spoon, and she puts this hot sauce on.
Shitto paste.
And the children.
That's what it's called.
Is it? The children love it.
Yeah.
The children love it, but the spoon melts by the time.
Yeah, she puts the yam and the paste in, and the little ones wave it round their heads to mix it all up, and then they eat it. But this roadside thing is how it is, and we bought stuff on the roads. It depends what you want.
When we had teams
stationery stuff, everything. And you go through a little village, and there'll be some villages will be selling salt. Because if it's an area where they've got a space to dry the water out, they'll be selling salt or local products, and you just stop, and somebody appears, or bags. That's your thing.
Yeah.
We've got 973 bags here, because she keeps buying them. And you can stop, and it's the same old business. I never go. They see a white face, but they're mugs. They see a white face. They see a white face, and they'll charge double. I go, hang on a minute, mate. Let's start more sensibly than that. How about 1 CD? And then he looked shocked. I said, don't try that, son. I've been here a long time. Now let's get down to it. And we argued the bag price, and we buy bags and everything. And that's how it is.
And it's colour, and it's busy.
Yep.
and it's just life
Yep.
all the time. It's
Yep.
lovely, and there's always time for a chat. We were saying in England how people aren't talking really to one another now as they used to, whereas here, you know, you pull up a chair and sit down.
Well,
and
they're very
talk to
kind
the lady.
because if we're arguing a price, they'll get a chair for Mum to sit on.
Yeah.
No, that's nothing. They just do.
Yeah.
They will do that because they think, well, we're Western. It's hot. They'll get a chair and you sit down, because that's what it's like here. And I do enjoy the roadside buying. I leave it to Paul and Quasi because they're much better negotiators. But it's good. I mean, you know, you want the stuff. It's hot. They'll sit by the roadside. But one of the things we don't go a big bomb on is snails, is it? We don't actually
I
go
was
a
thinking that
bungle on those.
we used to drive along and they have trays and these huge snails
Yeah.
on them, and you see the things on their head moving.
They pick them up from the forest and sell them. People love them. They stick it in their red hot sauce. Well, it's protein,
like
you know.
chicken, they
You
said.
you just got. This is how it is, and
I said to Anita, I'll give that one a miss.
yeah,
Anita.
I waved that one off myself. So the snails always wave at me because you know I'm not going to eat them either. But this is basically how it goes in Ghana, and you soon adapt to that. Meet the family.
Who is this today?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? We never
Ooh,
quite
you
know
can-
it's going to come up, do we? I don't know. I can't remember what I put on. I do. I remember perfectly what I put on, actually. So, first of all,
I am here. This is not too bad. This was Comfort. We went to visit Comfort and Brian. Comfort is Ghanaian and Brian is English, and they are building Barnabas House. We're a bit further along than they are, so I pray we bring them encouragement.
yeah.
But it was lovely. Those were the people we went to see, and she introduced me to something mushroom kebabs last week. I'd never had
fantastic.
those before.
Oh, my goodness me.
They were lovely.
Now, Comfort is an entrepreneur. She runs a business and women work in it because she feels that the women need the encouragement. And it's hard for her being a woman, isn't it?
It is.
Mm.
It's really difficult.
Mm.
She makes shea butter, not soap. It's
No,
soap.
not perfume. What's it? What
It's
cosmetic
soap
stuff, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, she
It's
makes a lot of that.
soaps and that.
Yeah.
All handmade.
Yeah.
I think she was shea butter because I thought
And
it was eating butter.
She also wants to do, is it mango? What they got
Yeah.
a lot out there
What?
of, mango butter.
That's right.
For
She works really
cosmetic.
hard.
And it's very hard for her, a woman entrepreneur, very, very tough.
But she's doing it.
She is, yes, but it's why we have a female head. Same reason we're trying to say to the girls, you can.
That's
And
right.
for her, it's been a tough, because we share together a lot. It's been a tough path. I'm full of admiration for her. Because
so she does
she's
that, doesn't she?
yeah,
And
she's
Brian
prepared
does-
to do all that.
Yeah.
And just get the other one. I think it's this one. Is it? Is anything coming up? Yes, there we are.
Oh, there's Brian.
Well, the heroes, you know the hero. You can see that one. Brian, Dr. Brian Jennings, he works at the university there, the Christian university there. But he and Comfort are really building Barnabas House. That's their heart, to work and to build a house where the gifts of the Spirit and people can discover the gifts of the Spirit and use them freely without being dominated by, I'm afraid there's a kind of pastoral dominance out here that hinders the flow of the Spirit. So Comfort and Brian, they have a house in Dodoa in the university, and that's where we were. And so I thought I'd put those up because we're often mentioning going to Dodoa. And we're going in a couple of weeks, and we're going to go into Barnabas House and see it because it's a bit further up the road. So it's nice to have friends like this. It's very nice to have friends in the missionary environment and that's how Mary and I work. We work on friendship. We don't work on, we are the great missionaries. We are, our policy is that we are friends.
Mm.
Paul and Nita are our friends. Well, they're our children, really. But many on the base are our friends, many people we work with. And this wasn't how it used to be with the missionaries. They
No.
were looked up to and revered. I know 25 years ago, I was laughing with Bishop, and somebody came up and said, I didn't think missionaries laughed. Missionaries aren't meant to laugh. They're meant to be serious. But Mary and our policy has always been to make friends
That's right.
out here. We
That's
have
what's
friends.
precious.
Yeah, and so we have Comfort and Brian are our friends, and we value them for that. Who's this? What's this then? What's this all about?
I was going off to Freedom on Sunday with Paul. we went together. So that was really nice. So I was just about to get into the car with my Sunday dress on to go over to Freedom.
Oh, which Sunday dress is this? I've lost track.
One of them.
What, one of them, yeah. Did you change in the car to another one?
No.
Or did you
no.
change where you preached?
I discovered yesterday that you do not wear, well, this lady told me, don't wear dresses on a Sunday, you wear a two-piece suit. That's just for the ladies.
Gentlemen, bear that in mind.
That material I've got, it will not be a dress, it will be a two-piece. See, they
I don't know if
that.
any of you guys have got a clue what she's talking about, because
ladies
I
will.
haven't got the faintest idea what she's talking about. I wear my two-piece suit. It's the same one I wear every Sunday. Anyway, there you go. If you're a lady here, you must wear a two-piece. What's a two-piece suit?
A jacket and skirt.
Oh, I see. It's two pieces.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and what you're wearing there then? I don't understand it.
No, that was a suit.
That's a suit, is it?
Yeah. That is
Right,
a jacket
okay.
and skirt.
Right, that's a suit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Paul's got a suit on then.
Yeah.
Because he's
well,
got,
immaculate.
yeah.
Immaculate.
So that is a suit, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I have to learn. I'm a bit slow on these things. So there we are. That's us today here in Ghana. Everything is trundling along. We value greatly all the communication we get back from you and all the ways you write to us and encourage us. We're very grateful. This is on YouTube to watch on Catch Up. Enjoy the logo. See you soon. This is on YouTube to watch on Catch Up. Enjoy the logo. See you soon.
What do you mean?